Hey guys, how's it going? It's been quite an interesting week for me. Now that it's Sunday, I can talk about what happened last week, and it is actually relevant. No, it's not. But last weekend, I had myself a little bit of a mental breakdown, and I decided that everyone was against me. Everyone hated me, and I had to get on my own, get away from these people that are destroying my life, and that my girlfriend hates me. She doesn't want to be with me anymore. She doesn't want to be around me, and I have to pack up all my shit and go. So I kind of did that. I went and packed up everything that I had at Roberta's place, and when she wasn't around, threw it in my car and brought it all home, and didn't really tell her about it, thinking eventually we're going to, I'm going to see her again, and then I'm going to tell her, we're done. So I'd gotten drunk, and we all saw what happened with that. I had a realization that I was being stupid, and I'm like, well, I'm going to try to fix this. But by that time, she had already caught on to my plan, which was pretty blatantly obvious when you come home and the person you're dating, all their stuff is gone. It's a little obvious that, hey, maybe things aren't working out. So I went and saw her on Monday, and we watched a bunch of our shows, and then went to go to bed, and she's like, we have to talk. I'm like, you're right. I feel you don't like me being around anymore. And she's like, I feel the love has gone out of this relationship. I'm like, well, I guess we're done here. I am going. So, civilly walked to my car and grabbed the last of my things that I missed, and I said it was a good run, shook her hand, and went on my way. She's like, you're welcome to come around and in my way. I have these habits that when I end a relationship with a person, whether I'm dating them emotionally or just hanging out with them, if we kind of come to an end of means, I don't talk to that person or interact with them whatsoever. They're dead to me. They're dead to me, and I hope that I'm dead to them. And I just disappear. I go into this completely antisocial phase where I don't want anyone to realize that I'm alive. I don't want to be. I kind of want to crawl into this dark, unhappy hole and be forgotten. And that wasn't the feeling I had this time. I felt like I wanted to be more obvious, more noticed. I want to be out there so the world can see me, hear me, and I've kept myself a good presence on. I've actually had a much stronger presence on all the social networks. Yeah, it's a great way of communicating and interacting with people. Is do it on the internet, the most personal way to interact with people. So aside from not talking to her at all, I've been much more of a social butterfly than I ever was after I broke up with Sarah or Kat or Bobby. That was a dark phase. I go through this whole depressing lull. Oh, my life sucks so bad because I'm not good at relationships. Whatever. Shit happens. And then I was talking. Actually, I think I mentioned something about it on Facebook. How I suck as a boyfriend. And my cousin Derek is like, "Hey man, you want to come out for a drink with us for Cassie's birthday?" I'm like, "Sure, sounds like a good idea." So Friday comes along, and I go out to Derek's place, and we have a couple of drinks, and we head out to O'Byrne's. I haven't been to O'Byrne's in forever. While we were there, we were talking about some stuff. And I mentioned, "Oh yeah, me and Roberta did that," and Derek's like, "Don't mention her name." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Don't mention your ex's name." I'm like, how dare you, you fucking ignorant cock, telling me not to mention my ex's name? Me and Derek were both in relationships with other people. I was dating a girl named Bobby for 5 years, and he was dating a girl named Tilly for about 5 or 6 years. And we both broke up with our girlfriends at the same time because, well, actually, they left us. They both left us. Mine because I was an asshole, and his because I don't know, she didn't want to be with him anymore. I'm not too sure why Tilly left Derek. And for years, he still talked about her, mainly because that was just a reference point. That's all he could. He was like, "Oh yeah, I watched that with Tilly. Oh yeah, me and Tilly did this, that, and that, and Tilly and Tilly." He just kept mentioning this girl, and it's like, dude, fucking get over it. Like, this was 2, 3 years after he had broken up. No, it hasn't been that long. My bad. This was like for at least a year, year and a half. it wasn't that long because I don't think we've actually been broken up from these people that long. Holy shit, time has flown. Or maybe it hasn't. I don't know. So when he's like, don't talk about your ex, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I dumped her. I believe that I have a legitimacy to talk about her because it was my decision to break up with her, and I don't see why I need to ignore that she exists. I had a wonderful time with her. We ended on good terms. There's not really a point to make this weird, make it awkward, create some sort of stigma that it's wrong to talk about the person that you broke up with. And I was really annoyed by that. But aside from that, it was a good evening. I got so fucking drunk. And a hilarious thing happened. Whenever you're drinking, you feel like posting shit on Facebook. Don't ever do that. I had posted a status at, it was about 11:05. I posted the status saying that really drunk, predicting that work tomorrow is going to be horrible. At 11:06, my boss texted me. He's like, "Are you coming in tomorrow? What time do you want me to meet you at the shop?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, he saw my Facebook status. God damn it." So then I put on Google Plus. If you're ever drunk and you want to put status, don't put it on Facebook because your boss will see it. That's if you're friends with your boss on Facebook. Majority of the time, it's a bad idea to do that because of the awkward things that can happen. But really, I don't. If you're not well, that's the beauty of Google Plus. If you're talking shit about your job, do it on the one that your boss isn't on. If you want to talk shit about your job, don't have your boss on Facebook or any social network. If you want to skip work to attend some sort of public event, make sure that nothing on Facebook alludes to that. Or just don't have your boss on Facebook. There's a theme I'm going with here. If you know what it is, good for you. And then I went to work the next day, Saturday. I think I slept for about 4 hours on my cousin's couch. Woke up still drunk, drove home still drunk, ate, drove to work still drunk, felt like a bag of shit. Spent an hour loading up the truck, and I was working by myself. Took my job out there, went back home, fucking took some some Advil and some water, and then finally went to my job, which was actually on the opposite side of town. And I spent 12 hours being completely miserable in pain because I should not have gone out. Well, I should have gone drinking, but I shouldn't have drank as much as I did. I threw up twice. It's been a long time. The second time was just water, it didn't feel bad, but Jesus Christ, I was fucking drunk. And then I noticed my boss had mentioned, he had commented on my status on Facebook. He's like, "That's why you looked the way you did in the morning." I'm like, wait. You didn't see the status? You weren't aware of this? I thought you had mentioned this when you had you were texting me in reference to this. He didn't. It was just a coincidence that he texted me 1 minute after I put up that status. It's fucking ridiculous. And I got notes here, just in case I forget shit. I'm trying to be organized, but it just ends up me rambling on about completely nonsensical things that ignorant fuckers, I'm sorry, no, that people who are too self-absorbed with themselves find pointless to listen to. If you don't want to watch or hear what I have to say, then don't fucking watch my video. Don't watch it and scan through it like Ryan watching Green Hornet. Oh, I skimmed through it. It wasn't a good movie. You cannot have a legitimate review of something if you do not put in the time to watch the whole fucking thing. So just fuck off. School, it was a horrible shit show on Friday. We had this practice test on a can that we had to build, and no one remembered the proper measurements for doing these circles for the top and the bottom, and it was horrible. The rest of the day, I almost fell asleep in theory class, and then finished up my homework that I needed to get done for my pattern development blueprint reading, which was great. Aside from that, school has just been bombarding me with stuff. I'm fucking starting to feel a little bit of stress. Hopefully, well, we're going to be going on Christmas break, I think, in another 3 weeks, so that'll be good. And the nice thing about this weekend was that Sunday I got to do fuck all. This is the first time in 3 weeks since I started school where I wasn't either in school or working, and I actually had a full free day to sleep in and do whatever the hell I wanted. I actually got my walls finished. I just need to flip some breakers, change out a light or a plug or socket, sorry, and then I'm ready. I'm good. So I'm gonna stop bugging you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.